Yes.
What's
That's
the cat's
actually
name?
that's mom's cat, but
Okay.
we're I guess boarding her. Her name is Lilo, and that's
Cool
our
cat.
baby girl.
That is
I
awesome.
always wanted a daughter. There she goes.
Well, that's her because this shop closed.
That's adorable. So before we end our time together, Mr. Trevor, what would you want the listeners to know in summarization about what you have been blessed with?
Well, I've been blessed. You know, I stopped going to church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm blessed that I found God again.
Amen.
And never give up hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you keep pushing, like I did, push.
Right. It all works out, right?
Were you referring to what he found in me? Is that what you were?
Just what his response was perfect, because he's summarizing everything. You know, when he found God, basically, he found everything, and that included you, Alina. God gave him everything that completed what was, predestined for him. Yeah. So again, people going after what they want is not necessarily what God has for you. And so what you don't want to do is steal the possessions, because God has not given those things to you. And you will have to give an account for going ahead of him and doing what you want to do. So what you want to do is wait on God to ensure that the gifts, the many plethora, oh my goodness, the perfect gifts that he has for you, nothing can ever compete or like you and yourself will never compare to the beautiful gifts that God has for you. So please stop seeking and searching for things on your own when everything is found in God. So thank you for that.
And it doesn't say she that findeth a good husband findeth a thing.
Right.
It's he that findeth a good wife. So women, be still and let God handle it.
There you go. Yes. So Alina, add to that. What would you like to close out with our listeners and viewers? What would you want them to know? Like, this is it in summarization.
I can't say anything more than wait on the Lord. A lot of people say, when I tell them that I consulted God, and they're like, well, how did that happen? I'm like, well, he didn't come out the sky and sit on the end of my bed.
Yeah.
I said, but when you have peace in your spirit about a decision that you're making, as important as marrying someone,
right?
Then when you have to question yourself, and like, well, then that's not it. But I had no doubt, no question, no quivers in my stomach, none of that.
Okay.
It was like, this is it. So you gotta listen to God's voice the way that he speaks to you, because he speaks to everybody differently.
Right.
But definitely consult him with every decision that you make.
Amen. If we could get the camera towards Alina a little bit more, because I see her, but it's just like a little bit off. Yay, that's perfect. I'm gonna add in a bonus, one more question, because what I don't want to have come across, I think you guys turned your video off. There you are. What we don't want to come across to our viewers is just that even though God is bringing this beautiful union together, it does not mean hard times do not exist. And so can you please both share what has, again, allowed you to work together as a team and not against one another?
Okay. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Okay. I thank God every day for my wife because I have a bad. I can't handle money. You know.
Right.
At first, I was kind of skeptical of like having her do handle my, all my
Your finances.
Finances. So she does a good job.
All right.
She's awesome. I thank God for you, babe.
So I would have to say gratefulness is
we are
yeah.
Perfect team.
Yes. You knowing that you're a team and you're not to fight against flesh and blood, but this is one that is there helping. Your gratefulness is what's keeping you in line. That again, through the difficulties of life, the gratefulness outshines the difficulties. That's awesome. What about you, Alina?
Well, even when we meet with the other couple, it's like we haven't had any issues at all. I'm telling you, I know at some point we may have some, but at this point we don't. Even when we call ourselves being mad at each other, we end up just laughing about it. It's like, and when he get mad, he goes like this. I can do that too. And then we just start laughing. I think it's funny when he gets mad, or he calls himself yelling at somebody, and I'd be like, "Who are you yelling at?" And we just laugh. And then he thought I was always stuck up, or and he's like, I didn't know you were so crazy. I said, and then he's crazy as I am. It's funny. It's like, wow. But then he acts innocent, so I look like the lunatic all the time, right? or the mean person. But we're just like perfect. I can't even explain it. I know nobody is perfect. No relationship is perfect. But at this point, it's perfect. So maybe
perfect
we come back
God.
in 5 years or so, you might say something different. So check back with us.
We'll do a follow-up in 5 years.
His socks. He doesn't know how to put both socks in the hamper. That's my only issue. Socks. So instead of finding the socks, we'll buy more socks.
I love it. That's beautiful. I love that he has the gratefulness, and I love that you have the joy. And that's what's keeping you guys bonded together through the difficulties. That is beautiful. Again, I want to thank y'all for taking the time to join me in this podcast about real love, because we want to dismiss the myths and the lies about, oh, well, I had butterflies, and oh, he makes me feel good. Well, what happens on the rainy day? What happens when those butterflies leave? It's a covenant, and it's deeper than how you feel. You have to choose to love one another. And that's what's gonna, and of course, God has to be in the midst, because he's the adhesive, he's the glue, allowing the two to become one. And if he's not a part of that, it can be easily broken. So I thank you two for being the example to this world of what real love is all about, and how God instituted this holy matrimony to be so that the world could see his great love, the agape love, not the eros, and not the other forms. So you guys keep representing, and I pray that you guys don't ever see a difference or a change in your relationship, because what you have is beautiful, and what you have is for you two. So again, keep God in it, and you guys will always be perfected in his love.
Amen.
Thank you.
And I wasn't this big before either, but he still loves me.
Girl, that's true love, because again, it's not based on those things. It really isn't. So y'all, again, keep representing. You two are beautiful. You can see it. It's all written all over you guys. And again, this is what the world needs to see. So keep being used.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right. So y'all, I hope y'all were blessed by this podcast. Real Love Part 2 with Trevor and Alina Hicks. Let it speak to your hearts. Let the words be true, that it melts away the things that are impure, because the real love, again, is such a pureness that it changes you from the inside out. It's not a selfish love. It's a selfless love. And so let that sacrificial love really show you who is for you and not who's there to use you in a manner of abuse, you know. But who God has for you, it will be a manner of using you in the gifts that he has created you with to fulfill the mission that he has brought you to together to complete here on the earth. All right. I can't say it any better than that. So be blessed. Be blessed.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
For listening to Talk to Me with your girl, Stacey Williams.
Amen.